Hello YouTube, I'm your Huckleberry, and this is the Kershaw Blur. And this was lent in to me by my friend, Mr. P. Watkins on Blade Forums. So thank you, Mr. Watkins, for lending this in for review. Just a note on this one. This is an S30V blade, but of course the S30V blade did not come on the blue handles there. And so what Mr. Watkins did is that he took an S30V blade from one that came on, a black, the traditional black blur like it does come on, and just put it on the blue handles here to get the knife that he wanted. He wanted an S30V blade with the blue handles, but I mean, it's still, it's a blur. I mean, it's all blur parts. It's still, that's the only kind of little mod that he did there, was take this blade and put it on this handle set here. But and so just to make note of that, because I know that the S30V blade did not come with the blue handles. But anyway, let's get into this review a little bit, shall we, with some specs. We are looking at 7.9 inches overall with a 3.4 inch blade. The thickness is going to be 0.12 on the thickness there. And as I mentioned, this is an S30V blade in with kind of a drop point blade shape with a recurve in there. And it is a hollow grind with a very, very nice stonewash finish. I really like that stonewash finish on the blade there. It does have aluminum handles here with these kind of rubberized inserts. And it is a liner lock, as you can see there. And is situated for right hand tip up or tip down carry. All right, let's get a weight of the Blur. The Blur with the AccuWeight scale. And we are looking at right around 4.1 ounces. 4.1 ounces, so not too heavy, not too bad. Let's do some size comparisons. Here it is against another Kershaw, the Leak. And it is a bit bigger than the Leak there. A bit bigger. Here it is in our Spyderco sandwich with the PM2 and Para 3. And as you can tell, it's kind of, in the middle there, closer to the PM2 than the Para 3, but, it does fit kind of nicely in the middle as a middle ground between those two knives. And let's do one more. How about against a Chris Reeve Sabinza? And there you go. It is definitely going to be a little bit smaller in terms of overall length and a little bit smaller in blade length than the Sabinza. There you go. All right, let's get into some pros and cons of the Blur. The first thing that I really liked about this is the blade shape. I think that is a very nice blade shape. It is a blade shape that is going to be useful in a lot of different situations. You got a nice recurve there and a kind of a drop point blade there. You've got a swedge at the top. It is a good looking blade, and it is a useful blade, which is a 2 for 2, a win right there when it comes to blade. It's a good blade shape, and it's good. Like I said, that stonewash finish is it's nice. I noticed that kind of right off the bat when I took this out of the package and saw it, that stonewash finish. It's a nice stonewash finish, and it's a nice, useful blade shape. The S30V, that's the version I would go for. That version is going to run you about $90. $90 for S30V in a kind of time proven design is nice. I think that's a good price for it. It is S30V is an excellent steel. It is a steel that is it's going to be pretty good across the board in terms of getting it sharp, keeping it sharp, ease of sharpening, all those things. S30V is just a really, really good overall blade steel. And the fact that it comes, in $90 in a good blade shape, that's nice. I like the rubberized inserts here. Kershaw calls them something. They got some proprietary name, I think, but I'm just going to call them rubber because that's basically what they feel like. That's what they are. They serve a really good because I really do not like just straight aluminum handled knives because they do tend to be slick. And so the fact that they added these rubber inserts here, which probably saved slightly on weight, just a bit, slightly on weight, and provide really nice traction. That's good. Here it is in my extra large hand, by the way. I really like those rubberized inserts. I think they serve, they add a little bit of visual interest. So they work visually for me, and they work functionally because they do give you the good traction and purchase that you need there. The size, the overall size, this falls into a real sweet spot in sizes, I think, because it's going to be, it's a little bit larger than like your leeks, which are fine knives, good knives. Many person has done many a task with a leek. But, it's kind of an upgraded size to the leek, I think, kind of the next size up, maybe next couple sizes up from the leek. But it's not so big that we're talking, monster machete. It's a pretty inoffensive size, and it's a good size to get things done. For most people on their most of their daily task, this size is going to get the job done and then some. So I think it's a really nice overall size. I like the fact that it is USA made, as you can tell there by the flag. That's always nice. I like to support USA made products. This is a USA made knife. The ergonomics are really nice. It feels really good in hand. The ergos, as well as the fit and finish, no sharp edges or anything like that. The fit and finish is good on it as well. But this is a knife that you can put in your hand. It's going to feel comfortable, even in an extra large hand like mine. It's going to feel good. The ergonomics, you can kind of tell it's kind of, it's made to fit in the hand, and it does that really well. It feels really good in hand. So I like the ergos and the fit and finish on it. I do also like these studs. These thumb studs are a little bit unique. They're different, right? They're as you can see there, they're angled. Let me see. There you go. There's a good kind of view of it there. They're angled, which is nice. This is an assisted knife, which is a con. I don't like assisted knives. But I do like the angle of that thumb stud. It looks a little bit different on the knife. It's functional. And so I like that. I like the thumb studs. The lock bar access is nice and easy. It's easy to get your thumb in there and access that lock bar. It's got some jimping on the lock bar, which is also nice. And so it's a good overall knife in that department. The cons, as I mentioned, it is speed safe, which means assisted, which I don't care for. I don't care for assisted knives. Kershaw's got a lot of good designs that would be made better if they also came unassisted or just not assisted at all. And I'm sure I know that there are people out there who like assisted knives, who like the assist on it. I'm just not one of them. I don't like the assist. I wish that it were not assisted. I wish it were unassisted. But anyway, it is what it is, but I don't care for the assist. I wish they had an unassisted version. The jimping, which is right there. One, there's a lack of jimping. I mean, that's all the jimping that you get. Two, it's not super functional. It's not quite deep enough or sharp enough to really make a difference, and it's a little bit far back to have a real impact. You probably want some jimping like right there that will help you bear down when you're doing some finer tasks or doing some harder push cuts or something like that. Some jimping right there would be nice, and even if this jimping were more functional, that would also be nice. The aluminum. As I said before, I don't care for aluminum. I like this aluminum a lot better than others because of this, rubber that they put in here to help with the grip. But as you can see, I mean, aluminum is just gonna wear. And some people like that, and I honestly kind of like it when you got some good honest wear on a knife. But I just don't care for aluminum. I don't care for aluminum handles or scales or anything like that on my knives. It's not for me. But overall, man, this is a good, useful, everyday carry knife. Not too big, not too small, fits right in a sweet spot size-wise, I think. Fits in a nice sweet spot price-wise at $90 for S30V. So you're getting, you know, a good blade steel at a good price. I really appreciate that. This is just a really nice, easy to carry, gonna get the job done knife. No real frills, you know, nothing outstanding, nothing great, but nothing terrible either. It's just, like I said, it's just a knife that's going to get the job done. You know, whatever EDC task that you have, the Blur is gonna be there for you, I feel. And it's just gonna work and keep working. So that's gonna do it for this review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, or dislike if you didn't like the video, that's fine too. Comment down below your questions, comments, concerns, anything like that. I will catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.